Hello everyone, welcome to Arka Science, and today in this video I will be talking about the transit of Saturn into the sign of Aquarius for all 12 ascendants. On 17th of January 2023, Saturn is moving out of Capricorn and it is going to enter its Mula Trikona sign Aquarius. Whenever a planet transits its Mula Trikona sign, the propensity to give good results by that planet increases, or you can say the planet performs really very well in its Mula Trikona sign. So that means this transit of Saturn into the sign of Aquarius is a very welcome transit for every one of us. Aquarius is a very scientific sign. It has got the energy associated with futuristic ideas, innovations, scientific technologies and methodologies, and usage of those ideas and technologies for the betterment of the people, for the betterment of the masses, society, for the humanity. Saturn in Aquarius will bring forth the humanitarian nature of Saturn. That means using of innovative ideas, technologies and futuristic thinking for the betterment of people, for the betterment of society, masses. If you have ever seen the symbol of the sign Aquarius, you will see that a man is carrying a pitcher and he is tilting it and the water is flowing out of it. That means giving back to the society. New ideas, new thinking, something which can improve the lifestyle of the people. This kind of thinking and thoughts, this is associated basically with the sign of Aquarius. And the moment Saturn enters the sign of Aquarius, you will see slowly and gradually certain things will come in front of us, where you will see that the technologies, new ideas are coming in front of us and we can use it for not only our benefit but also for the benefit of other people. Saturn rules over democracy and masses. So that means during this particular time it is possible that authorities can take some decisions, some can pass some law for the betterment of the people, for the betterment of the lifestyle of the people. They can start some scientific research which in future can bring some good results for every one of us, for the humanity. Okay, so this kind of things can be seen. And most important part here is that Saturn moves very slowly. That means Saturn moves in a sign, or it stays in a sign for 2.5 years. So it is going to be a very long transit. Okay, so it will give us enough time for improving ourselves and also doing good for ourselves and for the other people. Saturn also significates people who are underprivileged, people who are poor, old men, old women. Okay, means Saturn rules over these people. So during this particular time, during this transit, if we can do some charities, if we can do some help to the people who are really in need, the people who are really underprivileged, if we can do something for them, then this transit of Saturn is going to give us really very good results. It means helping the people who are in need, doing something good for the people, doing something good for the society. This is the actual essence of this transit of Saturn in Aquarius. And you will see that as the time passes by, we are also going to get good results because Saturn will bless us. So whenever you see that any people who are working under you, like suppose you are running a company and there are 10 people working under you, so take care regarding them. Try to understand their problems, try to understand that what they are going through. If you can do something good for them, this transit of Saturn is a success for you, trust me. Because this is not a transit of 1 month or 2 months, 2.5 years, 2.5 years long. So you are definitely going to get good results whenever you are thinking something good for the other people. Specifically the people who are working under you or the people who are in need. You can use your ideas, your thoughts for making the life of other people a bit more easy, a bit more comfortable, luxurious. That is what Saturn is about in the sign of Aquarius, to make something good. And here one more thing I will say, the impact of Rahu, I must add to it. Rahu is also considered as the co-owner of the sign of Aquarius. Okay, and that's where the that energy of innovation comes, the energy of scientific research comes. Okay, and when we merge that scientific technologies, ideas with the idea of doing something good for the people, for the humanity, it is actually take us towards a better future. That means you can say that this transit of Saturn is a very essential transit for every one of us in order to get through our aim of our life, ambitions in our life. That means this will also bring upon new opportunities in our life path, in whatever work you do. Okay, so this transit of Saturn is going to give us really very good results. We have to be very much compassionate. See, Saturn, we know Saturn like that Saturn is a very strong disciplinarian, very strict. Saturn rules over restrictions, Saturn rules over limitations, boundaries. That is a side of Saturn. When we talk about Aquarius, that is the actual thing which Saturn rules over, that is the care for the people, care for the humanity, compassion. Okay, so when we take that energy in our life, you will see that this transit of Saturn is becoming so easy. Because when Saturn was transiting in the sign of Capricorn, we have done a lot of hard work. Because Saturn made us do it. We didn't have any other choice, trust me. Either you do it or Saturn will make you do it. This is the fact. Means we had no other choice other to do the hard work. Now, it has got two ways to think. First way, you do the hard work but you are not disciplined. So you do the hard work in the harder way. You are ethical, you are disciplined, you are having a great deal of patience, and you are doing the regular set of hard work and efforts. You are doing it day by day in an easier manner because you are doing the same work every day. So you are the perfectionist. This is what Saturn in Capricorn. And now this Saturn is transiting in the original 11th house of the natural zodiac Aquarius. So this is the time of getting the good results. This is the time of karma phal. This is the time that whatever efforts we have done to continue it, and at the same time getting good results out of it, getting success and opportunities in our path. This is this essence of this transit of the Saturn. Now let us talk about some astrological things also. Saturn has got three aspects. The seventh aspect of Saturn will fall into the sign of Leo. The third aspect of Saturn will fall into the sign of Aries. And the 10th aspect of Saturn will fall into the sign of Scorpio. So these three signs, Leo, Aries, Scorpio, these will be the signs which will be under the aspect of Saturn. And by the virtue of transit, Aquarius. So these four signs basically, Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Wheresoever these four signs lies in your horoscope, we have to be very, very disciplined, very, very ethical, lawful during the significance, related to the significance of these signs. Because Saturn will be checking it. Now, Saturn checking a sign from Capricorn and Saturn aspecting a sign from Aquarius is different. Here Saturn will allow us to think beyond the boundaries. And that is the reason you will see, if you go through the science and the scientists, you will find that the sign Aquarius is very common. There are many researchers, many explorers, many scientists who have got a very prominent Aquarius sign. Okay, because they have chose to think beyond the boundaries, think out of box. That kind of discipline, because that also requires a huge discipline to work on one particular matter, day in, day out. That is what Saturn in Aquarius. And its 10th aspect falling on the sign of Scorpio, that means you work on it and take out the hidden jewels. You research. Scorpio is the natural 8th house of the zodiac. It deals with hidden secrets. So here Saturn is saying that more you apply your focus and concentration on your research work, more you are going to get that hidden jewels, gems of your research, and you can use it for the betterment of the people, for the society, something good for the people, for the humanity. Okay, so this is the essence of this particular transit of Saturn. Now definitely it will have different kinds of results for every one of us. The magnitude of this transit for every one of us, for all the horoscopes, will be different, correct? Now depending upon our dasas, depending upon the planets posited in the sign of Aquarius over which Saturn is transiting, or the signs like Aries, Leo, Scorpio, if any planet is posited in those signs also in your horoscope, then by this transit Saturn will aspect those natal planets. So definitely it will have different kinds of results for every one of us, correct? So anytime if you want a personalized reading from me, then you can check the links in the description section. You can connect with me with my Facebook or Instagram accounts, or you can directly mail me through my email ID. And 2023 New Year is round the corner, so if you want a yearly consultation from me, then for that also you can connect with me. You can write to me through my email ID, or you can connect with me with my Facebook or Instagram accounts. You will find the links in the description section below. And anytime if you are new to this channel, then it is my request, please subscribe to the channel and click onto the notification bell icon, so that every time I make a new video you get notified instantly. So now I will be talking about the transit of Saturn into the sign of Aquarius for all the 12 ascendant signs. You can check it from your ascendant sign and moon sign both, but first check it from your ascendant sign, then check it from your moon sign. Okay, because every time I see that someone or the other will text me or comment me below, so check it from your ascendant sign first, then check it from your moon sign. Okay, so starting with the Aries ascendant. For the Aries ascendant, Saturn rules your 10th house and 11th house, and Saturn will be transiting in your 11th house in the sign of Aquarius. Saturn rules your karma and your karma phal. It is the ruler of your 11th house, the sign of Aquarius. So that means this is the time of success. This is the time of getting better opportunities. All your efforts and hard work will materialize. This is the time when you will have multiple path of gains, opportunities, sudden increase in income, and growth of monetary and financial sector of your life. Whatever work you are doing, be it job, be it business, you will find growth and opportunities in your life. Since 11th house is also the house of network circle, so this is a time when you can get connected with people who are associated with technologies, scientific research, or futuristic ideas or innovative minds. Means now you will be attached with people who have a very innovative mind, which will not only help you in your work but also give you new ideas in order to improve your work and business. in whatever work you are, be it job or be it business. This is the transit of success and opportunity. Your desires will be fulfilled. Your aims and ambitions in your life will get a new way, will get a new path. You will be able to follow your dreams. This is the particular transit of Saturn in the 11th house as the 11th lord in the sign of Aquarius. Most importantly, Saturn will be aspecting the sign of Scorpio by its 10th aspect. This particular aspect of Saturn means, you see, Saturn is the 11th lord aspecting the 11th house. So that means all of a sudden some growth of income can be possible during this particular transit. Means some unexpected sudden growth of income or income opportunities will come in your life. This also means good opportunity related to your work will also come. You will be able to improve your business ideas. You will be able to improve your work, like means whatever work you are doing in your career. Another thing, since 8th house also deals with our married life, our life in our relationship, the trade contracts, joint assets, our in-laws. So this will be a time when we need to be more focused and more attentive, more committed towards our married life, towards any matter related to our relationship or marriage. Any matter related to joint assets or legal contracts has to be given more priority. Or suppose if you are in married life, then this aspect of Saturn on the 8th house also means that you need to be more cordial, and your responsibilities and duties towards your in-laws should be given a very big priority. Okay, then you will see that this particular transit of Saturn is going to give you much more better results. Some sudden gains can be there. Some sudden way of earning wealth is possible during this particular time. One more thing, Saturn will be aspecting your 5th house. So this is a time when Saturn will ask you to become more disciplined towards your learning, towards your education. Like suppose if you are a student or you are someone associated with education fraternity, then this is a time when you need to be very much concerned regarding your studies, your education, your creative intelligence. Or suppose you are associated with something related to creativity, then Saturn will say, show more effort, more focus and discipline, and rest leave it to me, because Saturn is in the sign of Aquarius in the 11th house of gains. More you focus towards your education and creative intelligence, more Saturn is going to give you much more better results. That means here one more thing comes into the fact. Someone associated with professional studies, someone associated with some kind of studies which ultimately will pay him or her back in his or her work. Okay, in those kind of studies, this Saturn is going to give you much more better results. Since 5th house is also the house of romantic relationship, this aspect of Saturn on the 5th house also means that we need to be more careful, more focused, and more responsible towards our love relationship. Here, one thing I will say, don't hurry regarding any love relationship as of now when Saturn enters the sign of Aquarius, because Saturn will be aspecting the 5th house. So don't hurry. When you are thinking that yes, now you are able to prove your commitment and you are ready to take the responsibilities of the love relationship, then only you should go towards it. Okay, that is what this Saturn is saying. One more thing, the third aspect of Saturn will fall on your ascendant in the sign of Aries. That means here Saturn is also asking you to take care regarding your health. Your decision making, your personality, your health will be under the scanner. So you have to take some good decisions. You need to be punctual, you need to be disciplined. Your personality has to be improved with time. Okay, and then you will see that will give you much more better results, because Saturn will be looking onto your 1st house. Okay, so this is the thing which this transit of Saturn into the 11th house for the Aries ascendant people. Okay, make the most out of it. Hopefully that this Saturn brings all the desires and your aims and ambitions fulfilled, and you get new opportunities in your life. Okay, make the most out of it for the Aries ascendant people. For the Taurus ascendant people, Saturn rules your 9th house and your 10th house, and Saturn is transiting in your 10th house in the sign of Aquarius. That means 9th lord is transiting into the 10th house as the 10th lord. So this is a time of professional success. This is a time of professional opportunities. Back then, when Saturn was transiting in the sign of Capricorn, last 2.5 years, it was the time of learning, understanding the philosophy of life, ideas, following the dharma. And now those efforts which you spent last 2.5 years, now those efforts will materialize, and it will give you new opportunities at your work environment, whatever work you do. Because 10th house is the house of karma. Saturn is the significator of karma, and Saturn rules over your 9th house and 10th house. So you will find your luck and fortune is supporting you in your work. Saturn is a very slow planet. It moves very slowly. That means it will bring stability at your work. Yes, definitely Saturn transit in the 10th house will also make you very work oriented. It will keep you very busy. So at times you will find yourself working a lot of hours in a day. Okay, so this is a time when you need to be very careful regarding your health also. You have to have some time fixed for your rest. Okay, take some amount of time for your rest, and then you can devote yourself for the work. Okay, because hard work, discipline, patience, all these things will be very much common during this particular transit of Saturn when it is transiting in your 10th house. And ultimately it will bring you good results, bring good opportunities. This will be a time when you need to be very much disciplined and ethical towards the laws and rules set up by the authorities or your superiors at your workplace. Means here Saturn will ask you to follow the orders. Here Saturn will ask you to follow the discipline in an innovative way, in a logical way, in a technological way, in a technical manner, I will say, because Aquarius is a scientific sign. So that means this is also a time when you can learn new things at your workplace. It may happen that all of a sudden you get a change in job role, okay, and where you need to learn new thing, and ultimately it is going to give you much more better results in the upcoming days. So this kind of things can happen. If you are planning to move abroad, if you are planning to move to some faraway place with respect to your job, or if you are planning to move some faraway place with regards to some better opportunities regarding your job, then that can also be possible, because Saturn is aspecting by its 10th aspect onto the 7th house, faraway means abroad, and by its 3rd aspect, 12th house, faraway lands. So by its aspect it will activate the 7th house and the 12th house, and Saturn itself is the 9th lord transiting in the 10th house. So that means long distance travel to some faraway lands or to abroad is possible with respect to your job. Now since 3rd aspect is falling on the 12th house, so this is also a time when you need to be very much careful the moment you move into some faraway land, because third aspect of Saturn normally denotes efforts, struggles. Okay, so if you move to some faraway lands in abroad or any other place which is unknown to you, you need to be very careful regarding your health over there. You need to have some extra care. Okay, because initially you may struggle to get accustomed or habituated with that particular place. Okay, this is the thing which can happen. You need to be very careful regarding that. Now let us talk about the other two aspects of Saturn. Saturn will be aspecting your 4th house by its 7th aspect. Saturn will be aspecting your 7th house by its 10th aspect. So that means this will be a time when you need to take some extra care regarding your relationships, be it your marital relationship or your love relationships, means how you are connecting with your spouse, you are connecting with other people, take it in this way, or your family life, your domestic life. 4th house is the place where you live in, and 7th house is the people with whom you are dealing with. Now that can be your business partners, your trade contracts, or it can be your spouse, your wife or husband, or anyone with whom you are in relationship with. Okay, so you need to take extra care regarding your relationship. Any matter related to your domestic life or your married life should not be ignored during this time, because the moment Saturn enters the sign of Aquarius, initially you will become very work oriented, very busy. Your duties and responsibilities towards your work will increase all of a sudden. So initially you will find yourself that okay, later on I will look into these matters, but as the time goes by, the things will pile up. Okay, so I will say that don't ignore any matter related to your home, domestic affairs, or your marital matters. Okay, take extra care regarding that. Take care regarding the health of the spouse. Take care regarding the health of your mother. Very essential. Okay, because work-life balance is very essential. This is what this Saturn is going to teach you during this particular transit, and apart from that, it is also going to give you good results through the opportunities at your workplace. Okay, so some travels can be possible abroad, long distance travels to some faraway place with regards to your work. Some good or better opportunities are seen. Okay, so make the most out of it, and again at the same time take care of your health, take care regarding any matter related to your married life or your domestic life. So that's it for the Taurus ascendant people. Make the most out of it. For the Gemini ascendant people, Saturn rules your 8th house and 9th house, and Saturn will be transiting in your 9th house in the sign of Aquarius. So first of all, I will say this is a transit of learning. This is a transit of having a better deal with philosophical ideas, scientific ideas, futuristic thinking. Suppose if you are a student or you are someone associated with science fraternity or technology, then this particular transit is going to teach you many more things, trust me. You may get some job role where you are going to learn new things and then apply it at your work, because Saturn rules over karma. Saturn is one of the significator of the 10th house, and from the 9th house Saturn will look onto your 6th house by its 10th aspect. For the Gemini ascendant people, 6th house is Scorpio. Okay, and Scorpio, that sign, will be aspected by Saturn from the 9th house by its 10th aspect. 6th house is job, whatever job you are doing. And Saturn is the significator of the 10th house, karma, transiting in the 9th house. So that means new ideas will be learned by you, and that you can use it at your workplace. So this is a transit of constant learning. So this is also a time when you need to be very disciplined, because 9th house is the house of father, guru, teachings of father. So you need to be more disciplined, ethical, lawful. 9th house is also philosophy and law. You need to be very lawful, very stick to dharma, righteousness, and follow the teachings of your guru, follow the teachings of your father. This is a time when you can actually devote yourself towards spirituality, religious ideas, religious learnings, rituals, customs, ancient scriptures. Like suppose this is a time when you can get connected with some spiritual community or religious community. Some kind of religious discourses are possible. Travels, long distance travels, my God, trust me. All of a sudden you will feel that, oh, for the Gemini ascendant people, this transit of Saturn is going to be a big transit, because last 2.5 years, when Saturn was in the sign of Capricorn in your 8th house, 2.5 years, many things was going on regarding health, regarding work. There were many unpredictability, but now things are changing. Now things are going to be much more better for you. Being the 9th lord, it is also your bhagyes. Bhagyes means lord of your fortune, prosperity, luck. So it will improve, it will actually add the element of fortune and luck in whatever work you do. That is the best part. Most important part here is that it will improve your health, because it is moving out of the 8th house. Your health will improve. You will be able to learn new things. You will be able to use those learnings in your real life. That will give you much more better results. One more thing, more hard work you do, because 6th house is hard work and struggle. More hard work you do in a lawful means, more gains are you are going to get, because Saturn by its 3rd aspect will aspect the 11th house. Now take it in this way, 9th lord Saturn aspecting the 11th house. Take it in this way. So more hard work you are doing, and one steady progress gains opportunities coming on your path. This is the essence of this particular transit. One more thing I will say, Saturn will be aspecting your 3rd house. So if you are thinking to start something of your own, new, and if you want a constant discipline focus, this is the time. But mind you one thing, Saturn is a planet of discipline. So suppose you start something and all of a sudden you feel, oh, I need to do so much hard work. Okay, let it be. Later on I will do. Then this Saturn, you won't be able to make most of this Saturn. Okay, but suppose if you are means you have that steady mind that yes, now I will start it, then this particular transit of Saturn is really going to give you much more better results. Okay, so be it your creativity, be it your creative talents, your hobbies. Okay, since Saturn from 9th house, Saturn will be aspecting the 3rd house. So this will also improve your communications, because you will be learning new things. You will be learning philosophical ideas, and that philosophical idea will be expressed by your communicative skills. Okay, make the most out of it. So there can be travels, explorations, religious ideas. Yes, one more thing I forgot to say. Suppose if you are associated with anything related to research, or you are thinking to start anything related to mystical studies or occult studies, it is possible now, because Saturn is your 8th lord also. Sudden journeys can be there. Sudden, you can, all of a sudden you will think that yes, now this is the time I will start this study. Or if you are associated with anything related to scientific research, you are definitely going to get good results out of it. Okay, so make the most out of it. This transit of Saturn is going to give very good results for you. Okay, for all the Gemini ascendant people, so all the best. For the Cancer ascendant people, Saturn rules your 7th house and 8th house, and Saturn is transiting in the sign of Aquarius in the 8th house. This transit has to be taken care of very nicely, because Saturn is the 8th lord itself. Saturn is the Ayush Karak. It is the significator of longevity, and 8th house is the house of longevity. Okay, and Saturn is the 7th lord also. So Saturn entering into the 8th house, it means this is a time when you need to be very careful regarding your health habits. Any matter that can be related to your health, or suppose if you are going through any kind of health issues, then this particular transit of Saturn indicates that you need to be more disciplined, more careful regarding those matters. Okay, so this is a time when Saturn will look onto your habits. Saturn will look onto your basic, you see, we have two areas of our life. The life which everyone can see, and our inner sense. Okay, our inner fear, our insecurities, that is the 8th house, and those are the things where Saturn will look into. So this is a time when we need to improve our habits. More we improve our habits, our karma, more better results Saturn will give. Because don't forget, from 8th house, Saturn will aspect the 10th house of karma. So we need to be rightfully righteous, lawful. Our steps, our actions will be well judged. Then you will see this Saturn is going to give you much more better results, because the third aspect of Saturn falling on the 10th house, it means you improve your work, you get better results. That is the thing, that it is aspecting the 10th house. Okay. But if you are not performing your work properly, or you are not doing your work properly, then the third aspect of Saturn falling on the 10th house can create problems, can create some uncertainties at your workplace. Okay. So this also means that there can be some something happening at your workplace which can create some kind of dissatisfaction within you. Means dissatisfaction with the work, or dissatisfaction with the working environment. Now 8th house is 11th from the 10th house. That means during this particular transit, apart from your present working environment, you can also get some new opportunities. By the virtue of this transit, you can get some new opportunities at your workplace. So you can make some good use of that also. But at the same time, I will say that you should be very much careful regarding your working ethics and your karma, your habits. It has to be improved. Your discipline towards your own health, your self-care should be given the topmost priority. That is what this Saturn is indicating. Okay. Now, Saturn being the 8th lord, sitting in the 8th house, is aspecting your 2nd house. This means that your decision making regarding your investments, your finance, your wealth management, your speech, your duties and responsibilities which you need to perform towards your family and family members, all will be under the scanner. And you need to be very much careful regarding how you are putting your investments, how you are taking decisions regarding your wealth. Okay, so extra expenditures has to be reduced. Okay, because Saturn will look into it, it will check it, everything. So extra expenditures which are actually not required has to be reduced. Okay, you have to go for long-term investments, because Saturn rules over this. More you use the long-term investments, more you are going to get good results. Okay. One more thing, Saturn will be aspecting the 5th house by its 10th aspect. So if you are in a love relationship, some ups and downs can be seen. Or suppose if you are thinking to come into a love relationship, then I will say don't hurry into it. Take extra care. Extra care means you should be prepared to take the duty and responsibility the moment you come into a love relationship of your partner, because Saturn will be looking into it in the 5th house. And yes, one more thing I said before, that speech, 2nd house is speech. Saturn will be looking into the 2nd house. So this is a time when you need to be very careful regarding what you are saying. Okay, Saturn will look into that also. So our thoughts, our words and our karma, these are the things which Saturn will look into during this transit from the 8th house. One more thing, Saturn is the 7th lord also, transiting in the 8th house. So suppose if you are in a married life or you are into a relationship, so all the responsibilities of married life or anything related to your spouse or marital matters or in a relationship, if you perform those things in a better manner, this Saturn is going to give you much more better results. Okay, 8th house is also in-laws. So suppose if you are having a proper cordial relationship with your in-laws, or suppose you are performing your responsibilities and duties towards your in-laws, this Saturn is going to give you much more better results. Okay, so make the most out of it and take care regarding your health. during this particular transit of Saturn. This is going to be very essential. Okay, health and your self-care, your habits, your karma is going to be the topmost priority for this transit of Saturn in your 8th house. So that's it for the Cancer ascendant people. Make the most out of it. Okay, all the best. For the Leo ascendant people, Saturn will be transiting in your 7th house in the sign of Aquarius. Saturn rules over your 6th house and 7th house. Since Saturn rules over your 7th house and transiting in the 7th house, so all of a sudden you will take extra focus regarding your relationships, regarding your spouse, your marital matters, all of a sudden. But you should also be very careful that you should be very much devoted towards your partner, devoted towards your spouse, towards the needs and care of your partner. Suppose if you are associated with anything related to business binding or trade contract or business relationship, okay, suppose if you have one or more business partners, then also you need to be very careful regarding how your conduct and your behavior is towards your business partner, and how much efforts you are putting in your business. Okay, because this transit of Saturn in the 7th house as the 7th lord will allow you to improve your business and trade contracts. Okay, it will make you very hardworking, so that ultimately that hard work and efforts will pay you back towards your business, towards your legal bindings and everything. Okay, only one thing, that how you are checking it, how you are working on it. Because suppose if you are in a married life, you are in a marital relationship, and if you are not taking care of your spouse during this particular time, or suppose you are not taking care regarding any matter related to a relationship or marriage, then this transit of Saturn is going to be a bit difficult for you. So you have to follow the proper duties and responsibilities, and ultimately it is going to give you much more better results. Okay, one more thing, 7th house is also the house of public, the other people. Okay, it is also the house of mass fame. 7th lord Saturn is aspecting the 1st house. Okay, so, and Saturn happens to be a 6th lord also. So definitely two things will be very important. First is health. You have to take care of your health. That is very essential. And second thing is that you need to be very disciplined and punctual, very ethical, because at times you may feel that people are judging you. So that means if you are well disciplined, ethical, lawful, well judged, then the same people will judge you for the good. The same people will give you good opinions about you. Okay, it will increase your mass fame, because when we talk about fame, name and reputation, the fame, name, reputation is also a type of opinion given by the other people. Because when we say that, that person is very well reputed, he has very big name and fame, that means other people, or there is a large number of people who has a very good idea about that person. Okay, so their opinion. So more you are ethical, more you are disciplined and punctual, more you will find that your name, fame and reputation is increasing. 7th house is also 10th from the 10th house. That means favor from the employer. Favor from the employer. Saturn is the 6th lord. Hard work, struggle, job. So at your job or at your business, whatever work you are doing, if you are performing your duties on time, if you are performing your duties with proper duties and responsibilities, you may also get some favors from your employers, some good opportunities from your employer, from your authority, from your superiors. So this kind of good results can also be possible. 6th lord coming into the 7th house. You have to be careful regarding the health of your spouse also. Okay. Now, Saturn will be aspecting your 4th house by its 10th aspect. That means apart from your married life, you need to be very careful regarding your domestic happiness also. because if you are own self unable to set down the proper discipline and proper duties and responsibilities in your personal life and your relationship and married life, it will ultimately hamper your personal happiness. Okay, so you have to bring a proper balance at your own life, your family life, your domestic affairs and everything. This is very essential. So take care regarding your own health, health of your spouse and health of your mother, because 4th house is mother, and anyone who lives in your house, in your home. Okay, so these are the things which needs to be taken care of, and more you take care regarding these things, more better results you are going to get. Saturn will be aspecting your 9th house also by its 3rd aspect, transiting in the 7th house. So there is a possibility that due to your work there can be some kind of long distance travels, although you need to have some more hard work and efforts into it. Means suppose if you are thinking to move some abroad or some faraway place, okay, then I will say that some hard work and efforts will be needed, because 3rd aspect is efforts. Okay, 3rd aspect is falling on the 9th house. So with your efforts, with your hard work, you are going to get some good results. There is a chance of travels to some foreign place also, abroad or faraway place. You can take it in that way. Okay, so make the most out of it. Take care regarding your health, take care regarding the health of your spouse and your mother, okay, your domestic affairs and your marital life. So that will give you much more better results. So that's it for the Leo ascendant people. For the Virgo ascendant people, Saturn rules your 5th house and 6th house, and this transit of Saturn is happening in your 6th house. So this will be the time of victory over your opponents, victory over your enemies. So suppose during this particular time, if you are participating in any kind of competition or competitive exams, then this ensures success. Okay, so provided if your dasas are running correct, if your dasas are supporting you, if your planetary positions in horoscopes are supporting you, then this particular transit is going to give you a very big boost and success and victory in your any kind of competition or competitive arena in which you are participating. One more thing, 6th house also deals with debts. So this is a time when you can think of repaying your debts. Okay. 6th house, 8th house and 12th house, these are the Dusthana houses. Saturn by its transit in the 6th house will impact the 6th house because it is transiting. It will aspect the 8th house by its 3rd aspect, and it will aspect the 12th house by its 7th aspect. Okay, so all these 3 Dusthana houses will be activated, and most important thing, 6, 8, 12, these 3 houses, Saturn significates 6th house, 8th house and 12th house. For 6th house, Mars is also one of the significator, but Saturn is the common link. Saturn is the significator of 6, 8, 12. So this is the time when you need to be very careful regarding your health. Okay, although Saturn is the 5th lord also, but don't forget Saturn is the 6th lord and it is the significator of the 6th house. It will aspect the 8th house and 12th house. So this is a time when you need to have a proper care of your health. More you take care of your health, more you imply to some healthy practices, healthy habits like proper discipline, proper punctuality regarding your health care, proper scheduling of your work, daily life routines, then more better results you are going to get. One more thing, 6th house is also the house of hard work. Okay, so this transit of Saturn is actually going to give you results of your hard work. Means it will allow you to do the work, do the efforts and give you success for it. So that means you will be able to do the work in a better manner. Means you will learn the new things, okay, with time, and your hard work will pay off. So you can say that suppose you are given a responsibility by your superiors or authorities, so this Saturn will give you that instincts that yes, now you have to work through it, take it as a duty and responsibility. So it will make you do the hard work and you will feel that as the time goes by, you will feel that you are the one who knows this work better than anyone else. So this type of transit of Saturn which impacts the 6th house makes a person a perfectionist. Okay, so because you are doing the work in a regular basis. One more thing, since it is the sign Aquarius, the good part here is that apart from doing the work in a regular basis, you will be also be able to learn the innovative part of this work. Means you will be able to use it in a more innovative way, in a more different manner, in a more scientific approach. Okay, so this will also involve some kind of smart work. And since Saturn is your 5th lord transiting in the 6th house, so you will be able to use your creative intelligence. Okay, so this particular transit of Saturn by this way is going to give you really very good results. Only one thing is that you need to be very careful regarding your health because it is aspecting the 8th house and 12th house. One more thing, Saturn will be aspecting your 3rd house also by its 10th aspect. So during this particular time, due to your work, due to your job, there can be some kinds of short travels. Okay, so since due to it is on due to your job, and 6th house is also the house of hard work and struggles, so at times you may be feeling that that you may feel that you don't want to have the short travels, but there can be some short travels due to your work, due to your work like responsibilities. This can be a possibility. Okay, one more thing, Saturn since it will be aspecting your 12th house during this particular time, I will say that if you are having any kind of health issues, prevailing health conditions, suppose if you are having, then you should not ignore this transit. You should be very careful regarding your health. Okay, this is the important thing. Saturn, since it is aspecting your 8th house, this is also a time you need to be very careful regarding your married life. Suppose if you are into any kind of relationship, or you are into any kind of business contract also, means any kind of legal bindings or any kind of business contracts you are in, and you have to have some duties and responsibilities to be performed regarding that, then this transit of Saturn is also asking you to follow it with proper priority. Okay, suppose if you are in married life, then any matter related to marriage, any matter related to your spouse, means marital life okay, the responsibilities in the relationship, that is the 8th house, the house of Mangalya, okay, that is getting aspected by Saturn. So you need to be very careful regarding that. It means that you need to have a proper balance between your work life and your relationships also. This is the very important thing, because don't forget, 6th house is 12th from the 7th house, so you need to have a proper balance regarding that. One more thing is that Saturn, since it is your 5th lord transiting in the 6th house, although it is the 6th lord also, so during this particular time, if you are in any kind of love relationships, then there can be some problems or struggles may come up during this particular transit of Saturn in the sign of Aquarius. Okay, some struggles can be there, some problems can be there, some misunderstandings can be there. Okay, in your love relationships. So one more thing I will say, that try to avoid any kind of fights, or try to avoid any kind of misunderstandings. If it is there, try to resolve it cordially, try to resolve it in a nicer way. And since it is aspecting your 3rd house, third house is also the house of siblings, friends, our any kind of persons in our daily contact, our neighborhood. Okay, so try to avoid any kind of miscommunications or any kind of misunderstandings with them also. Okay, during this particular time, it is very essential. So that's it for the Virgo ascendant people. Make the most out of it, and yes, it is going to be very beautiful with regards to your work, with regards to your job, means competition, success and victory in your work, means whatever work you get. Yes, one more thing I will say here, that 6th house is also the house of service. Okay, suppose someone is working under you, then you need to take care regarding them also. Take care regarding the needs and support your subordinates. This is very essential for the Virgo ascendant people. The transit happening in the 6th house in the sign of Aquarius. Okay, all the best. For the Libra ascendant people, Saturn rules your 4th house, Saturn rules your 5th house. So Saturn is a very important planet for you, and this transit for the Libra ascendant people is happening in the 5th house in the sign of Aquarius. And this transit of Saturn is going to give you good results in multiple ways. The first thing is that it will improvise and improve your creative talent. Means whatever talent you have, you will be able to focus more and concentrate more on those things. And don't forget, this Saturn will look onto your 11th house also. It is the 5th lord Saturn looking onto your 11th house. So suppose if you are in anything related to education fraternity or creative intelligence or professional education, in all those fields, more you work on your education, more you work on your creativity, your creative skill sets. Suppose there will be certain times where you will be needed to learn new things, because ultimately it is the sign of Aquarius and it is the 5th house. So creativity and scientific methodologies, all things will be coming in front of you, where you will be required to learn new skill sets, to work on your skill sets and work on it in a more innovative manner. Okay, and more you show the discipline and hard work related to that, you will find that if you are associated to education field, then you will get success in your studies, you will get success in your results related to your education. One more thing is that it will also allow you to get gains and fulfillment of desires, because Saturn will look onto your 11th house. Okay, so that means more you work on your creativity, your talent, more you are going to get better results. Suppose if you are associated with something related to professional education, then more you get that skill sets done in a proper manner, more you get better results, that gains. Okay, your desires will be fulfilled, your aims and ambitions will be fulfilled. Another thing is that Saturn, being the 5th lord, looking into the 11th house of gains and income, and by its 10th aspect looking into the 2nd house of wealth. So this is a time where you will be able to fulfill your desires through your work, through your hard work, with respect to your financial goals and wealth management. There can be increase in income, there will be proper stability regarding your financial and wealth management. Okay, so one thing I will say here is that during this particular time, if you are thinking to invest your money, then go for long-term investments. If you go for long-term investments, this particular transit of Saturn is really going to support you and help you. Okay, because income and wealth management all will be supported to you by Saturn, by this transit of Saturn in the 5th house. 5th house is also the house of romance, okay, love affairs and love relationships. So during this particular time, this transit of Saturn also means that suppose if you are in a love relationship, that means you need to be more responsible towards your partner, towards your that person, okay, with whom you are in relationship, because Saturn will be aspecting the 7th house by its 3rd aspect from the 5th house. Okay, so that means you need to also have a proper duty and responsibility towards the needs of your partner, towards the support the partner needs. Okay, so more you follow those duties and responsibilities, more you care for your partner, more you take the proper commitment and respect your partner. Okay, more better results you are going to get. One more thing I will say, that when we talk about ego, now ego can be seen from many houses, like 1st house, one of the other houses 5th house. Okay, so this is also a time when Saturn will look onto your ego. Okay, so this is a time when you need to check your ego and be more compassionate towards the other people. Okay, so this is a time when you will be able to follow your joy and your pleasure in a more disciplined manner. I will say, I will not say that it will happen in a more pleasurable way, no, it will not be like that, but yes, this Saturn will allow you to follow your dreams, follow your joy and pleasure in a more disciplined manner, in a more ethical manner, I will say. Okay, you will be able to perform your family responsibilities in a more better manner, because 10th aspect of Saturn will fall on your 2nd house. Okay, the money house, the 2nd house, the values, okay, your speech. So you will be able to follow your duties and responsibilities towards your family. That is the most important thing. Another thing I will say, that suppose if you are thinking to get married, then this aspect of Saturn falling onto the 7th house will actually help you. This is a chance, there is a time frame that you may get married. Okay, so relationship wise, this particular transit of Saturn is going to give you a very good results, and incoming of wealth, wealth rise through your efforts and your hard work. Okay, things are going to be much more better. One more thing I can see is that 5th house is 8th from the 10th house. Okay, so that means this particular transit of Saturn can bring change in your profession, can bring change or can bring new opportunities related to your work and career. Okay, so all of a sudden some change in career can be noticed, can be seen during this particular time, this transit of Saturn through your 5th house. So make the most out of it, and I will say that this transit of Saturn is a very good transit for you, because previously it was transiting through your 4th house, but now it has come out of the 4th house, because 4th house is basically the house of happiness. Okay, and the transit of Saturn in the 4th house might have been brought some kind of issues one way or the other, but still now the things are going to be better. So make the most out of it. Okay, devote your time for your education, devote your time for your creativity, your talent, and you will see the things are turning towards your favor. Okay, Saturn will help you out regarding this. Be more ethical, be more lawful towards your partner. Okay, things will be much more better. So that's it for the Libra ascendant people transiting in the 5th house in the Aquarius sign. Make the most out of it. For the Scorpio ascendant people, Saturn rules your 3rd house, Saturn rules your 4th house, and this transit of Saturn which is happening in your 4th house in the sign of Aquarius, I will say it is a very important transit. 4th house is the house which deals with happiness, mental security, peace of mind, the place where we live in, our home, our mother, comforts, luxuries of life, anything which can give us happiness, contentment, satisfaction, that happiness, that which gives us that sense of security within our mind, that is 4th house. And Saturn is your 4th lord, but the transit of Saturn is happening in the 4th house. That is the most important thing. So all of a sudden you will feel that certain responsibilities related to your home or homely matters will all of a sudden come in front of you. You need to follow it, you need to take up that role, that primary role, to follow those responsibilities related to your domestic matters. It can be related to your family, it can be related to any person within your family with whom you are living in, or at your home, or any matter related to your house or home, all of a sudden may come in front of you, howsoever small it is. Those things will ask for your attention, and you need to perform it with proper righteousness, with proper discipline and ethics. More you follow it, more you get proper blessings of Saturn, I will say. This is the time when you need to take extra care of your mother, health of your mother, or health of any person living in your house. Saturn will be aspecting your 1st house. This is a time when you need to keep away from any kind of unnecessary anxiety or stress, because family responsibilities will be there. So don't get stressed out, don't get full of anxiety, because Saturn will be aspecting your 1st house. Okay, so this is a time when you need to be stress free. This is a time when you need to be with proper health care. Okay, your health should be proper, your personality, your behavioral patterns, with how you are interacting with other people, everything will be under the scanner, because Saturn will be looking onto your 1st house. So this is a time when your decision makings, your health care, your personality, everything has to be well judged, well maintained. It should be like more you are disciplined in your life, more you are punctual in your life, more better results you are going to get. Okay, so in that way this particular aspect of Saturn is going to play the role. Another thing, Saturn will be aspecting your 10th house. So during this particular time you will get success at your workplace. Okay, at sometimes you may feel that you are getting too much hard work, you are doing too much work. Sometimes it may also happen that you are not getting time for yourself. It may happen like that, that you are doing too much work, you are getting too much busy at your work. Okay, so during this particular time I will say two things. First thing, you have to maintain a proper work-life balance. Here work means the work we are doing, and life means not only you, it means all the people connected with you, the people who are near and dear to you, because ultimately Saturn is transiting in the 4th house, the house of happiness, the people who are very near and dear to you. So that work-life balance has to be maintained. The important part where the things comes is the third aspect of Saturn. Third aspect of Saturn will fall onto the 6th house. Because if you are unable to maintain that stress or that responsibility or the proper health or certain matters, suppose if certain matters stress you out or make you anxious, then that can lead to some kind of health issues, because Saturn will aspect the 6th house. Okay, so since it is aspecting your 10th house, your 1st house and 6th house, so definitely work related responsibility will increase. You will find too much work at certain day and time. Okay, although you will get success over it, you will get proper name, fame and reputation due to that, because you are doing the work, but at the same time you need to also take up some time for your own self and take care of your own health. And ultimately, when you talk about the family responsibilities, yes, this is a time when you need to take extra care of your mother. More you take extra care of your mother, more you take extra care of your loved ones, the people who are living along with you at your home, more better results you are going to get. Normally, Saturn's transit in the 4th house brings about something in front of you which you might have had neglected regarding your home, regarding your house, the place where you live in. Means the things which are meant for your happiness, meant for your mental security, those things Saturn will point it out. Saturn will say that these are the things which you need to make more proper in order to make yourself more secured. So these are the things which needs to be taken care of. One more thing, Saturn transiting in the 4th house as the 4th lord looking onto the 6th house. So suppose during this particular time, if you are thinking of taking any loan, okay, or suppose you are thinking of construction of house, then you can start it, okay, because this transit of Saturn will help you out. One more thing, Saturn is your 3rd lord also. 3rd lord transiting in the 4th house and aspecting the 6th house. Take it in this way. So there can be some kind of relocation, there can be some matters related to your home which can stress you out, some disturbances can be there, okay, regarding that I will say. So you have to be prepared for that, and you have to tackle it in a more prominent manner, in a more better manner. So these are the things which needs to be taken care of for the Scorpio ascendant people, because Saturn is transiting in the 4th house in the sign of Aquarius. So make the most out of it. All the best. For these Sagittarius ascendant people, Saturn rules your 2nd house and 3rd house, and Saturn's transit is happening in the 3rd house in the sign of Aquarius, and I will say it is a very beautiful transit. Normally Saturn's transit in the 3rd house brings good results, and here Saturn is transiting in its Mula Trikona sign in the 3rd house. So that means all your efforts, all your projects will lead to success. Whatever work you do, whatever work you have started, or whatever work you are thinking to start, all will get to success. Saturn is your 3rd lord, so your communication skills will improve. You will get cooperation from the people of your daily contact. Now that can be your friends, it can be your siblings, okay. And since it is transiting in the sign of Aquarius, so and Aquarius is a very humanitarian sign, okay. So that means more you support the people in and around you, like it can be your friends, it can be your siblings, it can be your neighborhood or any person in your daily contact. More you also support them and cooperate them, more better results you are going to get. So you will feel that as if you are not alone, you are as a team, okay. So people are helping you, you are helping each other, okay. So this will be a very wonderful time for you. So slowly and gradually you will see that your social communications are increasing, improving slowly and gradually. It will be steady, okay. one more thing, any kind of creative talent or any kind of hobby you wanted to start, or you are thinking that should I start it or not, this transit of Saturn will help you out regarding that. Okay, so you will find that any kind of work you are doing, or suppose at your work environment also, you will find support from your any kind of people in your work environment. Now that can be your authorities, that can be your colleagues. Okay, so you will get support from the peoples of your work environment, and ultimately out of your success you are also going to get good name, fame and reputation. Suppose if you are associated with any kind of business or something like that, in that case also this particular transit of Saturn is going to give you much more better results. Okay, you will be able to start new projects, you will be able to start some new things in your work. In that case also it is going to give you much more better results. Some short travels are seen. This transit of Saturn will allow you to take some short travels and take some time for yourself. Okay, Saturn will be aspecting your 12th house. So that means this is a time when you will be able to have a proper check on your expenditures. Okay, so this particular aspect which is happening on the 12th house, you can make the most out of it. Suppose by any chance if you are thinking that should I or how can I cut off my this extra expenditures, this particular transit of Saturn will help you out to cut off your extra expenditures and you can save the money. Okay, Saturn will be aspecting your 5th house by its 3rd aspect. So here the most important thing here is that suppose if you are thinking to get into some kind of romantic relationship, since Saturn is your 3rd lord, you will be able to communicate well with other people. So that will actually help you out to get into a love relationship. But since it is the 3rd aspect of Saturn, so that means you need to also be very careful, because you need to have a proper sense of commitment and responsibility for the other person. Then only you should actually get into that relationship. Okay, this is the first thing. And second thing is that Saturn is the 3rd lord transiting in the 3rd house and aspecting the 5th house. So that means you will be able to express your creative talents, your hobbies through that creativity, that expression, self-expression in a better manner. Okay, so in that way also this particular transit of Saturn is going to give you much more better results. Saturn will be aspecting your 9th house. So this is a time when you need to be very disciplined towards your guru, towards your father, and be very much disciplined and punctual regarding how you are learning the teachings of your guru and teachings of your father. Okay, so by any chance if you are thinking to start something related to spiritual studies or religious studies, okay, this Saturn will give you chance, although it will take you some time, but slowly and gradually you will be able to follow it up. Okay, because Saturn will be aspecting there. Means all of a sudden it will not happen, but it will take you some time, and ultimately in the due course of time you will be able to do it. Okay, but I will say that this is the time when you need to be very careful that you should not get into any kind of misunderstandings or arguments with your elders, your father, your guru. Okay, try to follow the teachings of your guru, try to follow the teachings of your father. That will give you much more better results. Okay, so that's it for the Sagittarius ascendant people. For the Capricorn ascendant people, this transit of Saturn is happening in your 2nd house, in the house of family, in the house of wealth, values, speech. So some family like responsibilities will all of a sudden come in front of you, where you need to follow up that responsibility, where you need to take that main role and follow the responsibility towards your family members, towards the needs of your family. Okay, certain matters related to your wealth and financial management has to be taken care of during this particular time, where you will have to have a proper attention and focus regarding those things, regarding your financial management, regarding your wealth management. Okay, so the one thing I will say, try to avoid any kind of unnecessary expenditures during this particular transit. Another thing, more you take care regarding your family needs, your family members and everything, more you will be getting better results from Saturn, more you will get blessings from Saturn, because here Saturn is transiting in the sign of Aquarius, and Aquarius is a humanitarian sign. Okay, so more you are taking care of other people, more you are taking care the family members, because it is the second house, so more it is going to give you much more better results. One more thing, Saturn will be aspecting your 4th house by its 3rd aspect. So this is also a time when you need to be very careful regarding the health of your mother, regarding the happiness, regarding your mental peace and mental security. Certain matters, means certain family responsibilities which will come in on your way can make you a bit sometimes stressed out or anxious, which can actually deal with your happiness levels, your peace of mind. So you have to play that balanced role, that apart from fulfilling the responsibilities, the family responsibilities and everything, you need to also have some time for yourself, so that you can take out your stress in a better manner and have that peace of mind and happiness at your home. Because don't forget, 4th house is the house where you live in. 4th house deals with the place where you live in, your happiness, the place where you dwell. Okay, that is the 4th house. So if you are stressed out, then what will happen, that the cause of family responsibility can deplete your that peace of mind. Okay, that feeling. So I will say that try to take out the unnecessary anxiety and stress. Just follow your duty, just follow your responsibility, and that can give you much more better results. And at the same time, take out some time for yourself and do the work which makes you happy. Okay, that will give you much more better results, because that will try to maintain the peace of mind which you have. Saturn will be aspecting your 8th house, the house just opposite to the 2nd house. Okay, so in the 8th house, suppose if you are associated with anything related to trade contracts or legal bindings or anything related to the other people, the joint assets, this Saturn will allow you to or help you to maintain those things in a better manner. Okay, because Saturn will allow you to balance those things. Okay, or suppose if you are married, then married life is 8th house, in-laws is 8th house. So this particular Saturn will help you to focus more on those matters in a better manner. Okay, so you will be like very much engrossed in the marital matters or relationship matters, or related to the trade contracts, joint assets, and the family matters. So means the people who are very much linked to you in a close manner, so you will be attached with them during this particular transit. Okay, so more you follow your responsibilities towards your family members and towards your in-laws, towards your marital matters, more better results you are going to get. One more thing, Saturn is the 2nd lord, transiting in the 2nd house and aspecting the 11th house by its 10th aspect. That means this is a time when your hard work will pay off. Your hard work will allow you to have multiple gains and incoming of wealth, fulfillment of desires, and opportunities will come in your way. So although hard work is seen, although responsibilities are seen, but again at the same time I can also see that with your hard work you are getting success, you are getting your opportunities, and your fulfillment of desires are also seen. So your aims and ambitions will be fulfilled during this particular transit. So more you follow the hard work in a proper manner, more you are going to get better results. One more thing, 11th house is also the house of network circle. So this is also a time when you need to also have a proper balance between your sense of work and how you are maintaining a relationship with your network circles, with your friend circles. Okay, try to cooperate them, because more you cooperate them, you are also going to get similar kind of cooperations from them, because Saturn is transiting in the sign of Aquarius, don't forget that. So the sense of cooperation, the sense of helping others should always be there. Okay, so that will give you much more better results. So that's it for the Capricorn ascendant people. And yes, one more thing, I talked about wealth. This particular transit of Saturn, bit by bit, as the time goes by, will allow you to improve your wealth. Okay, because that 11th house thing which I said, and by the virtue of transit in the second house, because Saturn is the second lord itself. So bit by bit you will see that the economic conditions, the financial conditions are also improving. So you will be able to meet your financial goals. Okay. So that's it for the Capricorn ascendant people. For the Aquarius ascendant people, Saturn rules your 12th house, Saturn rules your first house, and this Saturn is transiting in your first house as the ascendant lord. So let us take it in this way first, that ascendant lord transiting in the ascendant. So that means this is the time for your personal growth. This is the time to follow the decisions which you actually wanted to make in your life. Like suppose someone wants to become a doctor, someone wants to become this, someone wants to become that. Okay, so the choices which you want to make and you want to follow it, this is the time, because Saturn, whenever it transits through a house, it travels very slowly. That means it will give you ample amount of time to follow it. It is not a matter of day or two that Saturn has come and Saturn will go away. No, it is a matter of 2.5 years when Saturn will be transiting in the sign of Aquarius in your first house. So that means, suppose if you have some personal goals, suppose if you want to work on your decisions, if you really want to make sure that the things which I think I have to do that, then this is the transit which you must look into. Since Saturn is a slow planet, so two things I will say. First thing is that you should not take on long projects. Suppose if you have a long goal, break it into small parts. Make it into that small steps, because that small steps, when it is fulfilled, it will give you confidence. And slowly as the time passes by, you will see that yes, you have come along a long path. Okay, that will again increase your confidence. This is the first thing. Second thing is that self-discipline. Saturn, whenever it transits through the first house, it tests and challenges the person with discipline and punctuality. Self-discipline. Here self-discipline also includes health. How much care you are taking regarding your health. And here comes the important part. Saturn is your 12th lord also. 12th lord transiting in the first house. So the first thing is that you need to take care regarding your health. So more you are taking care of your health, more you have the propensity to do work in a better manner. Because if you are healthy, if you have that healthy mind and healthy body, then obviously you are able to do the hard work for longer amount of time. You will be able to follow your decisions. One more thing, suppose if you have thought that yes, this is the thing which I need to do, all of a sudden don't change the decisions. If you have decided something to do, okay, suppose you are doing some work, like suppose you are working on a project, and you know that responsibilities will come, hard work will come. So all of a sudden don't change the project. Okay, because Saturn does not like that. Saturn likes that a person is giving all the commitment, responsibilities and duties into that particular work and achieving it. That is the energy of Saturn. That is what Saturn likes. So don't change your decisions all of a sudden, because that's what Saturn does not like. Okay, so these are the things which needs to be very taken with utmost care. One more thing, you should not procrastinate on certain things. Means let it be tomorrow I will do, or after a week I will do, or after a month I will do. Okay, don't take it in this way, because initially you may feel that you have a lot amount of time, but as the time goes by, you will find yourself that you have wasted a lot amount of time. Okay, so lethargy, laziness is not the key. Okay, that won't help you. So you have to be very steadfast. You can do one thing, you can note down the things in a diary, that today I have to do these 5 works, and at the end of the day check how many of the works you were able to do in a proper manner. This is the things which Saturn normally likes. Why I say it? Because you see, when we think about any kind of effort or any kind of actions, that is the 3rd house, Saturn will look onto your 3rd house by its 3rd aspect. So your efforts and if your actions will be under this scrutiny. So all of a sudden, don't change your actions, don't change your efforts. Suppose if you have thought that these are the things needs to be done, do it. If it needs hard work, do it. Okay, because that is what needs to be done. Even if it is very hard, break it into small pieces, that small project. Try to accomplish it, because the moment you accomplish it, it will boost your confidence. It will allow you to think for the next small project. And bit by bit, a time will come when you will find that all the complete project has been completed. Okay, and then you will feel that yes, this is not only giving you confidence, but also it is improving your personality, because it will give you that sense that yes, you can achieve something. That is the essence of transit of Saturn in the first house. One more thing, Saturn will be aspecting your 7th house and 10th house. Now 7th house and 10th house both are the houses which deals with public image and mass fame. So more you are disciplined, more you are punctual, more you are hardworking, and more you are following your efforts. See, one more thing, you must always respect your efforts. Like 5 days you do something and on the 6th day you leave it, that means you are disrespecting your efforts. That means you are disrespecting your talent. Okay, your decision making, correct? So first of all, you must have that respect towards your efforts, that yes, I am doing something, I am working on a project and I will finish it, whatever it takes. Okay, so more those kind of sense will come, more you will find that your name, fame is improving, your public image will improve, because people will look into you that yes, this person is a very punctual person, very disciplined person. That is the essence of transit of Saturn in the first house. I know this is not going to be very easy, because the things which I am talking about just right now, it will take a huge amount of hard work and responsibility. Trust me. It seems to be very easy when we say, but it is really very difficult when we follow it. During this particular time, one more challenge will come. Just opposite to the first house is the 7th house, your relationship. Relationship does not means only the marriage partner or your boyfriend or girlfriend. Relationship here means it can be your business partner also. It can be any person with whom you are dealing with, because 7th house is the other people. Okay, so that means during this particular time, how you are dealing with other people. Suppose if you are in a relationship, means how you are dealing with your spouse, how much care you are putting, how much support you are giving to your partner. Okay, all those things will be taken care of. All those things needs to be taken care of, because Saturn will look into it. It should not be like that I am working, I am giving too much time to my work, but I am not giving the time and focus for my partner. No, it should not be like that, because Saturn, don't forget, in the original 7th house, Libra, that is in the natural zodiac, 7th house is ruled by Libra. Saturn exalts in Libra in the 7th house in the natural zodiac. So that means more you take out some time and support your partner, your wife or husband, your spouse, your business partner, more Saturn is happy with you, and more you will get good results with time. You will also find that through that cooperation, you will find that your partner is also cooperating you. Okay, so in that case, you will find that your half of your work is reduced. Okay, so make the most out of it, I will say. So this is a wonderful transit for the Aquarius ascendant people. I know the things are not going to be easy, but yes, more you follow this hard work, more you are going to get better results. Okay, so that's it for the Aquarius ascendant people. For the Pisces ascendant people, Saturn rules your 11th house, Saturn rules your 12th house, and this transit of Saturn is happening in the 12th house. This transit of Saturn is going to be very important, I will say, because this transit, prior to this, when Saturn was transiting in the 11th house, Saturn's transit in the 11th house normally is very good. it gives success. But now Saturn is changing the sign. Saturn is coming out of Capricorn. Now Saturn is going to enter your 12th house for the Pisces ascendant people in the Aquarius sign. So this is a time when all of a sudden you may feel that your hard work, your karma, or the sense of cooperation which you are giving for other people, you are not getting the similar amount of reciprocation. Or you may feel by this transit that the hard work which you are doing, you are not getting enough back. You are not getting paid back enough. You may feel that all my hard work is going in vain. All my hard work is going in loss. Because 12th house is the house of loss. But you should not stop your hard work, because it will be, initially you may feel like that. And that initial feeling can at times make you a bit more lazy and lethargic. You may feel that what will happen doing all these things? Leave it. Okay, let us take some time in solitude. Let us take some time in isolation. This kind of things may come all of a sudden in front of you. Okay, but don't forget, Saturn is your 11th lord also. The moment you think about your laziness and lethargy and stay away from your karma, you will find that the achievements which you have been getting from last 2.5 years when Saturn was transiting in 11th house, you will find that those achievements and those opportunities are getting reduced. So the first thing, don't stop your work, don't stop your karma. Even if you are not getting the similar kind of cooperation from other people, even if you are not getting that recognition, so what? This is a time of doing your hard work without any expectation. Because more you follow that, more you will find good results in the upcoming days. And see, this is not a time period of 1 month or 2. It is a time period of 2.5 years. So that means initially you may feel that laziness. But the moment you come away of it, above of it, and you see the clear picture, you will see that yes, this is just a time phase. More I do the hard work, more I am going to get paid. This is the first thing. Second thing I will say, 11th lord transiting in the 12th house. Suppose by any chance, if you are connected with anything related to like big organizations or multinational companies, then this particular transit is going to give you much more better results. Okay, because 11th house is big organization, 12th house is abroad or faraway lands. So suppose if you are associated with anything related to multinational companies, or suppose if you are thinking to spread your business or your work in some faraway lands, in some foreign place, in that case also, this particular transit is going to give you much more better results. So that means staying away from karma is not the option. You have to keep doing your work. During this particular time, if you are planning to go abroad for your work, then that thing also is going to pay you back in a positive manner. Okay, because 11th house of gains transiting in the 12th house and as the 12th lord, so that means you may also get gains at the foreign place. That means suppose if you are associated something related to foreign trade, or if you are associated with something related to business ideas with some foreign clients, in that case also this particular transit of Saturn is going to give you much more better results. Okay, so there are many positives to it. Okay, another thing, 11th lord transiting in the 12th house, correct, but that 11th lord transiting in the 12th house is aspecting your 2nd house by its 3rd aspect. So that means this is a time when if you are planning your wealth and financial matters in a proper manner, this can also allow you to save you some money. Because don't forget, 12th house is the house of loss. So expenditures are seen. There can be some expenditures, there can be some wasteful expenditures. But if you are planning your finances, your wealth management in a proper manner, then this particular transit of Saturn is going to pay you back. You will be able to save some money. Okay, in that way also this transit is going to give you much more better results. Yes, certain matters like 2nd house is also the house of family. Okay, so some family matters can disturb you, some family matters can be a reason of anxiety for you. Okay, so these things can be there. So regarding that also I will say that you need to be a bit careful. 11th house is also the house of network circles, your friend circles, your social circle, transiting in the 12th house. So you have to stay away from misunderstanding between you and your friends, you and your friend circle. Very important. Okay. Now, Saturn by its 7th aspect will aspect the 6th house. It is also the 12th lord, 11th lord, and looking into the 6th house. So one thing very important, in case of any prevailing health condition, suppose if you are having any kind of health conditions or anything going on in your health, then this particular transit you need to be very careful. You should be more careful regarding your health, because Saturn will be looking onto your 6th house, being the 12th lord, transiting in the 12th house. Okay, so health conditions needs to be given topmost priority during this particular time. Okay, now if I talk about spirituality, because 12th house is also spirituality, then this is a time when you can take up some spiritual way of living in some innovative way, because Aquarius is the sign of innovation. Okay, so all of a sudden you may get connected with some spiritual community abroad. Okay, or you can take some solitude for yourself and practice some spiritual practices, yoga, meditation. Okay, in that way also this is going to give you much more better results regarding your health. Saturn by its 10th aspect will aspect your 9th house. Okay, so this transit of Saturn, when it aspects your 9th house, it also means that some long distance travels can be seen with respect to your work, with respect to your business. It can be like that. Or suppose if you are associated with some group of people or group of network of people, in that way also some long distance travels can be seen. So one more thing which comes into my mind, 9th house is Guru, 9th house is father, teachings of Guru, teachings of father, our religious inclinations, ancient scriptures. And 12th house is spirituality. 12th house is basically the Guru's ashram, the place where Guru live, because 12th house is fourth house away from 9th house. Okay, so that means it is the place where Guru lives. So this is also a time when you can move to some faraway place in order to find a guide for you, spiritual guide, or you can move to some faraway place in order to reach your guru or reach your preceptor, in order to learn some spiritual learnings and teachings. Okay, so in that way also this particular transit of Saturn is going to give you much more better results. So few things regarding health you need to be very careful. Regarding wasteful expenditures needs to be checked. Okay, proper health management and proper you can say it that work management, means laziness and lethargy is not the answer. Okay, so in those things if you follow properly you are going to get better results. And if you take proper care regarding your wealth management and financial management, you will be able to save some money, you will be able to go away from your that loss and expenditures. Okay, so make the most out of it. That's it for the Pisces ascendant people, the transit of Saturn happening in the 12th house in the sign of Aquarius. So that's it from my side. I hope you have liked this video, and if you have really liked this video, press the like button and tap onto the share button and share to your near and dear ones, so that they can also come to know about this transit of Saturn, that grand entry of Saturn into the sign of Aquarius on 17th of January 2023. And if you have liked this video, then please like the video. Okay, and anytime if you are new to this channel, tap onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon, so that every time I make a new video you get notified instantly. And anytime if you want a consultation from me, personalized reading, then check the links in the description section. You can mail me through my email ID, or you can get connected with me with my Facebook or Instagram accounts. And 2023 new year is around the corner, so anytime if you think about that yearly consultation, then for that also you can check the links in the description section and mail it to me for that 2023 yearly horoscope consultation. Okay, and your comments are always welcome to me. Okay, next time when I come back, I will be coming back with some another interesting video. So till then, I am signing off for today, thanking you. Bye.